is Cheryl. I love decorating my home with style on a budget, and I love to decorate in black and white. Welcome to my home. So if you love black and white, this is the channel for you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and become a member of the iStyle family. So when my boyfriend and I first moved into our home, it had a ugly feature wall in red. It had these farmhouse signs on the wall. Not our style at all. The walls were just plain. The color wasn't so bad, and the wallpaper in some of the rooms was really nice, but for the most part our home was very generic. And I'll put up a few photos so you can see how our home looked and how it has evolved over time, and I am loving it. So one of the first things we did when we moved in is change the lighting. The lighting was that boob light that you see, just ugly lighting in the bathrooms, in the living room. There was a chandelier in the kitchen, but again, totally not our style. So the first thing we did was change out the lighting. And I put in these crystal chandeliers, and they are high, or they're not low hanging chandeliers. They are short, so you can hang them, and it gives you a very nice overall look and aesthetic feel. Here we decided we wanted a ceiling fan, and so we chose this one. It's very modern, simple, and doesn't detract from the space. Again, I love to create my own personal style, again using black and white, and I use green as my accent color. Recently we changed up the artwork in here. This came from Ross. It was $69.99, so I did not feel like that was a bad price at all. It was gold, and at one time I did love using gold. I like to bring gold in during the fall time to give the place some warmth, but generally I don't decorate in gold. My boyfriend doesn't like brassy gold things, but he will let me bring in those things during the holidays. But for the most part, black and white is all you will see, along with silver. Silver is my accent color as well. So this was gold, and I painted it out black to go along with everything else in the home. I think it makes a dramatic statement in the space, and I like using unique things. So this vase came from Home Goods. I forget how much it was. I want to say it was like $19.99. I love the texture and the abstract feel of this vase, and I have it paired with these simple stems that look like something that might have come from a floral, but they actually came from Walmart. They were $5 a stem. Do not sleep on Walmart, and I think they look really nice here in the vase. These lamps, again, are sort of a DIY. The lamps were part of a collaboration. I love the texture. Again, I want to bring in texture in the space, so white with the circles does that for me. These lampshades I purchased from Amazon. Anything I mentioned came from Amazon. I will have it linked to my Amazon storefront. You can shop my Amazon storefront 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and when you do, I do get a small commission, so thank you so much in advance. But these came from Amazon. They were, I think, $50 a piece, but they are oversized lampshades, and I think they look perfect here in the space. These books also came from Amazon. These are faux book boxes. They come flat that I just put together, and yeah, I think they give a really nice touch here to the space. This came from Ross. It was $10.99, I believe. Again, bringing in that pop of silver that I like. These two pieces came from Home Goods. I have seen these similar elsewhere for a lot more. These were both $9.99 a piece. I think they look very nice on top of these black and white books. This was $5.99. It came from Home Goods. And then I also have it paired on top of this Prince book, which came from Amazon. We are big Prince fans here in the home, so I wanted to have that book. And so I just put everything here together in its place. I love decorating, like I said, with style on a budget. And being a content creator, I have a lot of stuff, so I need credenzas. This is a simple credenza. Came from, I want to say, Overstock many years ago. It's just made of particle board. I want to get something new, but until then I decided to switch up the look, and a simple way to do that is with contact paper. This is marble contact paper from Amazon, and I put it on. Again, it gives it a whole new look, giving me the black and white. Absolutely love it. This vase came from the At Home store. I want to say it was around $50, and I have in it paired with this Bird of Paradise plant that came from Amazon. Again, I've tried to crinkle up the leaves so it doesn't look, I don't know, so generic looking. Again, I love giving things my own personal style and taste, so that's how that looks. Over here, the white furniture came from Overstock. Again, black and white, that's all you're going to see here. So I mentioned before that when we first moved into our home, this feature wall was red. It was like a red rusty color with farmhouse looking things. Totally not my style, so we did paint the wall. This is Mark Twain's gray brick, I think what that's called. It's been discontinued, I don't remember. But I have been thinking about changing out the color of the feature wall. I haven't decided yet, but I did pair with it this oversized canvas that I picked up from Grandin Road many years ago. I love the flower, that it was white, and then the black behind it. It just made the whole thing pop. And then I added the white chairs on either side against the black background of the wall, again for that contrast of color. The pillow cover came from Amazon. I am loving checkered print. One way to make your home or give your home some personality is to add unique items. The pillow cover is not unique, but it is different for me. So I love the checkered pattern on this pillow. I have paired with it this blanket, throw blanket that also came from Amazon. It's no longer available, but I think you can find something similar on Temu or Shein or DHgate. If you're looking, I would check there. This is eventually going upstairs in my powder room. It's sitting here for now, and it has those Rose Forever roses on it. Those are going in my powder room. It's a work in progress right now, so that's why it's here. I, again, wanted to add contrast and texture, so I added these black and white pillows. These came from TJ Maxx online. I absolutely love it. Again, I do have a little touch of glam, so I have this pillow also that came from Home Goods. It's the kind that you can change how it looks by running your hands across it. I absolutely love that. On the coffee table, this coffee table came from Overstock. I do have two poofs, black poofs that came from Amazon. If we have company and we need extra seating, I bring those out. Those are perfect for that. I originally had them outside on my patio, or not my patio, on my deck. We have to redo the deck, and it's not covered, so I put them here, and I think it works perfectly. I do like to have things on this coffee table that make sense, so I like to put things in a tray. So I have the tray, it's a mirrored tray, and then I have my coffee table books inside it. This large one came from Home Goods or TJ Maxx online. It was $99.99. But I love how, you know, it has the black and white, again, with just a little hint of gold, but I love that it was Chanel. I am a big fan of Chanel, so I thought that this would look perfect here in the space, and I have paired with it this very unique and abstract vase, again, that came from Home Goods. It was $24.99, and then I also added these very unique looking stems. The old Pier 1 many moons ago had these, and I wished I had purchased them, and I didn't. And then there was another YouTuber here who featured them on her channel. It's Dee Dee's Home Decor and Lifestyle. She said she picked hers up from what was it, World Market. So that's where I got these. They were $5.99 a piece, I believe, or $9.99, but I absolutely love how they look here in the space. Again, giving me a very unique look, giving this room personality. The angel wings came from Z Gallery long ago. They represent my family members who have gone on to their eternal rest, and I don't know, I just like having the angel wings here. They remind me of my family, and so I keep them here all the time. When we first moved here, it was very empty in this space. And some of you might think it's too cluttered right now. Don't mind these lamps. I'm trying to find a space for them. But I wanted to do something different in this space. So I had my boyfriend put up these shelving, these floating shelves, and I decided to style them. So I like to have symmetry, so I gave them a similar look on either side. Everything here is very budget friendly. The marble pieces came from TJ Maxx. The black pieces also came from Home Goods. Those little horse heads came from Ross. The little owl planters came from the Dollar Tree. The little white planters underneath with this moss head fern, or the stag head fern, came from, what did it come from? I can't remember, but it's one of those stores. Oh gosh, why can't I remember? I'll come back to that. The jacks came from Ross as well. So that's how that looks. Sorry for the poor lighting. This over here is a faux fireplace. Again, don't mind this stuff. I have to find a place for it. Oh, and this is my bar cart. Yeah, I need to reconfigure that, change that out. Don't mind that. But let's focus on this wall. So this is a faux fireplace that I put together, and I am looking for a print currently to go in this space. I don't have one, or haven't found one yet. So I left this one here. It did come from Ross, very budget friendly. I love the disco ball effect, and I'm going to be doing a black tie theme for Christmas. So I thought that would be perfect. I picked these up from Temu. No, Ross. No, where did she come from? Home Goods, $9.99. These came from Temu. That came from Temu. And the smoky vases came from Walmart, believe it or not. So that's how that looks. Over here in this space, again, the entryway was very plain. Nothing here, and I wanted to give it some pizzazz. So recently I changed out the rug. I asked you guys which one you liked. There was a choice between solid black and this one. A lot of you chose the solid black, but again, I want to bring in contrast and personality, and I think this rug does that for this space. I have paired it with the oversized mirror. It came from Overstock, and the statement lamp. Now the statement lamp is a Jamie Young lamp. It was pricey. Every now and again you do have to splurge. So I got that lamp, but I did get it on sale. Even though it still cost $500, it is unique, and I don't know, it just brings a touch of sophistication to the space, in my opinion. I do have a real plant here, and this entryway table came from Amazon. It's small, it's compact, perfect for the space. I have it styled with some books from TJ Maxx. The Louvre book came from Amazon. The white books down here came from Z Gallery, and the little marble bookends came from Amazon. When my home, like I said, we first moved in, everything was plain. This door was white. So one of the first things we did was paint, or actually, we changed the door up completely because it was ugly, plain door. So we got our new doors from Lowe's. We had it installed, and then we painted it black. We also changed out the hardware. And yeah, we recently painted out the entryway. We did some applied molding here. Very budget friendly. Absolutely love it. And I was thinking about changing up the entryway again. I'm thinking about putting some peel and stick wallpaper, like starting from this wall, going all the way around, stopping here. Would that look odd? I'm trying to convince my boyfriend to let me do that. I just want to see how it looks, but I want, again, to give the space a little more personality. So I'm thinking I might do that. We shall see. But as we come this way, this is how the hallway looks leading into our family room. This used to be a plain blank wall. We painted it out black. I added these dramatic oversized pieces of art that came from World Market maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And I think it just makes a dramatic statement here in the entryway. I have paired it with a antique mirrored credenza from Don't Mind My Feet, Overstock, I believe. And I have it paired with a Tom Ford book. This vase is thrifted. I think it was like $5, but it's very similar to one from Crate and Barrel that cost a whole lot more. I have it styled with some black pieces here, again, to bring in a little contrast, something different. This came from Home Goods. It was $16.99. These came from Ross. I absolutely love these. They were a clearance find. I want to say they were like $3.99, $4.99. The lamps you've seen before. They are from Uttermost. They didn't come this way. I did change out the lampshades. You guys know I love changing out my lampshades. So this one, they came with another pair of lamps that I just switched out, but I absolutely love the way this looks. But this is how the entryway is looking, and I absolutely love it. Alright, and here we have my powder room. The wallpaper was here when we moved in, but there was an ugly white chunky towel bar holder there. I did not like that. I ripped it out, but because there is wallpaper in here, I had to try to match up the wallpaper as best I could to cover up that area. So normally I have some type of floral over it, but I don't today. I need to do that, but that's why you see that indentation. But I do like to accessorize to give my areas a more high-end look. So this wall art, it's a DIY. I went on I went on to Google and typed in black and white abstract art that I liked. And this I did when I was bringing in warmth into my home for fall. So I added touches of gold leaf to it. And I had this used to be black. It had glass in it, like glass candles. They disappeared years ago. I don't know where, but I like the abstract design of the piece, so I kept it. So I spray painted it gold to tie in with the artwork, and I think it looks so nice. Again, we added these floating shelves, and I accessorized with black and white. These pieces came from Amazon. They're no longer available, but I will have something linked similar in my Amazon storefront. This piece came from Home Goods. These boxes came from TJ Maxx online. Over here, I did add an oversized piece of wall art with these picture lights above. I think it just gives the powder room a very elevated look and feel. We have this faux tree in here. It came from Hobby Lobby. But yeah, just a few simple touches. We changed out the lighting. The light came from Amazon. Another of the DIY art pieces. And then I have another one of those vases to match this one over here with some black and white greenery. This is just a builder grade mirror that I added a poster board frame to give it a more elevated look. But yeah, this is how the powder room is looking. And now on to the family room. So when the family room, we first moved in, the family room was just beyond plain, absolutely beyond plain. So I wanted to give it my own personal style, again using black and white. So the rug came from Amazon. It is a mixture of like silver, blacks, and creams. It's looking a little off right now because of the lighting. Coffee table came from Z Gallery. I told you guys about that many times before. Or not, actually, it did not come from Z Gallery. It came from Overstock, but it's similar to the one from Z Gallery. I do apologize for this poor lighting. Maybe if we go this way. The couch came from Bassett Furniture, I think. I think before I said Haverty's, but I think it was Bassett. I love that it's a sectional. It's very large, seats a lot of people. Again, another one of those throws from Amazon. The pillow covers also came from Amazon. You guys remember when I blacked out my living room for fall? Well, for spring, in summer, I wanted to lighten it up a bit, bring some interest, some texture. So I got these pillow covers from Amazon. They are very similar to the ones from Z Gallery. These were $42 a piece. They did come with the insert. I thought it was just a color, but they came with the insert, but they weren't feather filled. So I threw those away, used my own feather filled inserts. You can get those from Amazon, or what I like to do is go to TJ Maxx or Home Goods, look for pillows that are on clearance that are feather filled, buy them no matter what color they are, bring them home and use the insert. And usually you can get them for like $10 or $12, which I think is a great deal, especially when they're oversized. This throw came from Amazon, again, bringing in the texture. And again, because I love black and white, I am keeping 2 other black pillows on the sofa. This piece, I absolutely love. It's an uttermost piece, but this is actually I was going to say a dupe, but it's more of, I guess, inspired by those pieces. This came from Amazon, and again, I will leave everything that I mentioned linked to my Amazon storefront. A fraction of the cost of the ones from Uttermost, but I just love the look. I just absolutely love how it looks here on the coffee table. These books are a DIY. You guys know I love to DIY, even though I haven't done one in a while. I need to get back to that. They are just some poster boards, that foam poster board that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. I put them together, covered them to make them look like RH inspired books, you know, Restoration Hardware. Gosh, I gotta wipe the table off a little better. Restoration Hardware is very popular for their oversized books, and so that's what I wanted to create here. I have this faux greenery here, again, simple, white, modern, and I have it paired in this chrome colored pot that I picked up from Home Goods. It was a clearance find. I think it was supposed to have like a lid or something to it. It was missing, so I picked it up for $3. Again, you don't have to use everything for what its intended purpose is. Use it for what you want. That sea table also came from Amazon. Those candles came from Amazon. My curtains also came from Amazon. Again, everything from Amazon will be linked to my Amazon storefront. This lamp I absolutely love. It came from Home Goods online. It is a very high-end lamp. It goes to for like $300-400, so I think I got this one for like $200. A little pricey still, but yeah. I also have family mementos. This is my family table. A lot of people don't like to decorate with personal photos, but I do. So that's my family over there. Over on this side, I wanted to create a feature on this wall that didn't make the TV stand out so much. Actually, hold on. All right, so I just added a screensaver here on the TV, so that it's not just a big black hole there. So anyway, I wanted to make this a feature statement here on this wall. So these bookcases are from Sears a long time ago. I want to change them up, but they are working for me, so I've kept them around. I accessorize with them because they are dark with white decor pieces inside, again mimicking the Restoration Hardware look. You guys know I love that. Same with the top of the shelving. The vases are from Z Gallery. These coffee table books again are oversized DIY coffee table books. I initially had a piece of white mango wood up there. I changed it up for this print. I'm trying to decide whether or not I like it. I did originally buy it for the kitchen, but it was too small. But I think it might work here. So that's how that side is looking. Over here, again, you guys know I love my oversized artwork. These two pieces came from Ashley Furniture or Ashley Home Store, whatever you want to call it. I think it's Ashley Home Store or Ashley Furniture. Anyway, last year they were $150. Yeah, $300 I think total. Again, spending a little bit of money, but that's what you need to do to elevate the look and feel of your home, and I absolutely love it. Again, because I have a lot of home decor items, I need credenzas, so that's what's stored in there. And this, I try to cover up my cords and stuff down there, so that's why that little black piece was there. This, I like to change up the look of my furniture without buying new furniture. So this is just a throw that I have placed over this chair, and I have added just a faux leather pillow on this side, along with this side as well. I need to get another one of these to style over on this chair, but this is how this is looking. These lamps, I told you before, came from Ross, again from another high-end designer. I think I paid like $40 for them. They did not come with these shades. These shades, again, I changed out from another lamp, but I absolutely love the way this looks. You remember the last time I showed you a home tour, the lamps were a gold color, a brassy gold color, and I love the look of the stainless ones better. It just ties everything in just perfectly for me. So over in our kitchen area, so this is a patio door. I don't like seeing it, so I have covered it up with the same type of curtains on this side to mimic the look, to make it cohesive. The oversized artwork came from Grandin Road. The light came from Amazon. It is, again, very similar to something from RH. And the lampshade came from IKEA. It's actually a pendant light that I'm using as a lampshade. Again, you never have to use everything for its intended purpose. For this area, this console table, it came from Wayfair, I think, and I have it paired with a vase that I picked up from Home Goods, this candle from Home Goods. Again, want to bring in a little hint of summer, but do it in a way that's very tasteful. These faux limbs came from the Dollar Tree. Do not sleep on the Dollar Tree, guys. This one came from Hobby Lobby. But again, I think it gives my family room a very elegant look and feel. When we moved into our homes, our doors were white, and I wanted to change up the look but not spend a lot of money, so we painted all of our doors black, and I absolutely love how they look. We also painted this table. It was stainless steel, and I painted it black. It needs to be painted again, But again, it ties in perfectly with everything that's going on here in my home. I showed you guys these vases. These came from H&M Home. I love how they look here in the space as well. The light fixture came from Amazon, and I need to clean the chandelier, but that came from Amazon. Just look how everything ties so cohesively together. This is my coffee bar area. Again, keeping everything nice and cohesive. Stainless fridge. We did those wall art. That wall art, it's a DIY. We did an upcycle on our island here. The countertop is from IKEA. As well as these globes here also came from IKEA. This was a lighting fixture that I upcycled, so it had clear globes before. I saw these at IKEA and I thought they would be perfect for my kitchen area, so I did go ahead and get them, and just look how nice they look here in the kitchen. We decorated the tops of our cabinets here in the kitchen as well. Again, everything looks so nice and everything ties in so cohesively. If we look from this side of the kitchen, this is how everything is looking. Absolutely love it. My little grandson was here. I forgot to wipe off the fridge. He's got his fingerprints over there. But yeah, guys, so this is my home tour for spring 2024, featuring black and white. I love how everything came together. I think it looks so more expensive, so much more luxe than it actually was to put together. Again, there's the mango piece that was in the living room. It's now up here. Again, everything just ties in so nicely. So I absolutely love how it came together. We are going to be doing some more changes, some updates. Please make sure to give the video a big thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed, I would so appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and become a member of the iStylEMYSTYLE family. So with that, guys, let's take one last look around, and I hope to see you in the next one.